Welcome to Win the Day from Back to the Bible. I'm your coach, Pastor Nat, and today we're going to talk about building biblical community. When our son would have procedures at Children's Hospital, I would like to quiz the people who would enter our room. I would ask them, do you know what the core values are of Children's Hospital? This is what I found so amazing and encouraging. From the doctors, to the dietitians, to the housekeepers, each one knew the core values. You see, a unified community is built upon a firm foundation. For an organization, it's their values. But for us, it is something far greater. So what is that foundation? Why does it even matter? Listen to what the Apostle Paul said about our spiritual community, our family, in Ephesians chapter 2, beginning in verse 19. So then, you are no longer foreigners and strangers, but fellow citizens with the saints and members of God's household, built upon the foundation of the apostles and the prophets, with Christ himself as the cornerstone. In him the whole building, being put together, grows into a holy temple in the Lord. In him you are also being built together for God's dwelling in the Spirit. I don't know where you work or where you may have worked in the past. I don't know much, if anything, about your family. I don't know where you live or who you do life with. But there are few relationships that are to be as deep, as caring, and as unifying as the community we are brought into through Christ. Paul says, at one time, you are no longer strangers and foreigners. Now, I've been able to travel to many different countries, and whenever I arrive, I feel both excitement and anxiety. You see, I am a stranger in a strange land. The language is different. The culture is different. But when I get home, I am no longer a foreigner. I am right where I belong. Well, when we get saved, we become part of a new people group. We become children of God. Paul, he would call us saints. Now, we can't earn that title. We can't buy that title. No person can give it to us. By God's grace, as a gift, we are declared righteous and made citizens of heaven. Day by day, we are becoming transformed by God's Word in the power of His Spirit. By God's work, we become a worthy example of a dwelling place for the Spirit. In other words, when you're here in the presence of God, you're family. So here's my challenge for you today. Identify where it is you struggle with this concept. Many of us bring some kind of baggage into the church. This baggage, it prevents us from becoming all God saved us to be. So identify where it is you're struggling. Then ask God to help to begin becoming a saint in God's household.